Hello, it's Micah. I'm here with Amir again, and I promise I don't set him up for these photo ops. He climbs in on his own. So I'm trying to keep it light and casual. So if the camera angle isn't flattering, which I kind of feel like it isn't today, or the backdrop isn't as that's my usual backdrop over there, but I'm trying out just a new spot. This is just where I decided to do the video. I'm trying to be spontaneous and not overplan any of these so that I make sure and do them every day, because that's my goal, to do these videos every day. And again, these are more for me than for anybody else. But what's going through my head today, the day after Christmas, which was a really nice laid back Christmas for me. Thanks for asking. What is on my mind today is a problem that I have, and it's social media. No, I don't necessarily have a social media addiction, probably, or at least not any more so than hundreds of millions of other people in the world. But my problem is that I have a problem with the way people post on social media. I'm forever picking apart the posts that I see, the comments that I see. I will actually click into posts that I know are going to have comments that will upset me, just to see how upsetting the comments are. And lately I've been responding to some of them if I feel like they go too far out of their way to be rude or obnoxious. So, it's something that I've got to start working on. I think me responding in that way is a compensation for the fact that I don't have a lot of regular social interaction. I have a few very close friends, but we all have our own lives, and so I pretty much spend most of my time in my own head. Always have my entire life, and again, that's part of the reason why I'm doing these videos. I'm trying to get a little bit more outside myself. Of course, having real people here to talk to would probably work a little better in that regard, but this is something I can do at any time and put it out there. So like just a sampling of some of the things that annoy me. Well, first of all, grammar and syntax. I don't understand why people don't use periods in their social media posts. These 20 lines of run-on sentences with no punctuation and no capitalization, no way to determine where one sentence ends or the next one begins, with random exclamations and emojis and all kinds of other stuff. I try to stay open-minded to the fact that language evolves, punctuation evolves, methods of communication evolve, and to some degree, the way that I've been speaking ever since I started this video could possibly be most accurately depicted by a run-on sentence, because I realize I've been going full steam since I started talking 3 minutes ago. So I get that there's an immediacy and an authenticity to the way people post on social media, but for me, writing is, sacred might be too strong a word for it, but it's special. Writing is a place where you can go in and mark the spots where you want people to stop and reflect on what you said. You can mark the spots where they need to take a mental break and say, okay, well, that was a complete thought, now let's go into the next one. That to me is the magic of writing. When writing becomes indistinguishable from how we speak, then what's the point? Like, why don't we just, I mean that could even be part of it too. People could be voice dictating some of these things into their social media feeds and just posting it as is with no edits. I don't know. But that's one thing that really gets under my skin. The other thing is when people make a point to go in and post under under things that they're not interested in, to make a point to let everyone else know that they're not interested in them. And that's an age-old complaint, and usually these people get called out on the threads when that happens. Just this morning, for some reason, the loudest train ever is coming through downtown Atlanta right as I'm making this video. Like, I've never known one to make that much noise, but at least you know where I am, right? Okay, so just this morning, Food Network made a social media post about Starbucks, and it was basically a trivia question: what Starbucks drink is featured in all countries around the world over the holiday season? And someone takes the opportunity to bash Starbucks and say, oh, probably some overpriced drink served to you by a snotty barista, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, I get it. If you don't like Starbucks and you see something about them and it irritates you, you might feel the need to lash out. I have a little bit more tolerance for something like that, but still, it's sort of like, if it's not your thing, then keep scrolling. But I sometimes need to take my own advice. And there was another, but you know what? That wasn't even the one I meant to talk about. That one was its own form of annoyance. But the other thing that I saw was there was a post about, and I forget who posted it, but it was a review of the best milk frothers for making cappuccinos at home. And somebody piped up on the feed and said, I wouldn't use any of them. I just like my coffee regular. And I'm sitting here showing you my reaction to what she said. Like, sweetie, why are you even commenting if you don't use frothers and you don't drink cappuccinos and you just have regular coffee? Kudos to you for having a cup of Folgers brewed in a 10-cup carafe every morning. I can appreciate that, but why are you commenting on an article that reviews milk frothers? It's just, it's, and obviously people who are socially, politically out of line in any way get on my nerves. And the worst thing of all, like, I want to go in every time there's a serious post, a serious newsworthy post, especially about COVID, and there are dozens and dozens of laughing reaction emojis. That gets under my skin worse than anything. People who don't have anything better to do than go around and scoff at articles about serious issues because they don't agree with the premise. They think that COVID is a hoax, or they think that our concern about this or that is overblown, or something as trivial as an article about Kim Kardashian and that they think the Kardashians are overexposed. So anytime someone posts something about them, they just laugh because, they have to show that they're above it all. So those are some of my social media pet peeves. This would actually be a great opportunity for me to have some interaction. If anyone watching this video wants to leave a comment about something on social media that annoys you. If some of you have seen some of my posts on social media and say, Micah, the stuff that you do on social media is pretty annoying. It probably is. I would venture to say that it is. But like, I would be interested to know what everyone feels. If there's too many negative comments about me, I'm probably going to shut off the comments because I don't need that sort of blow to my self-esteem the day after Christmas and my second day of posting these videos. I don't need to be brought down too low, but you can definitely feel free to, within reason, put me in my place. That's just what's on my mind today, and it's something I know I need to work on, and I think empathy is the biggest piece of it. At the end of the day, people go on social media and post and share things for a sense of connection. And if that sense of connection, even if it exists in the negative, even if it's to say, well, I don't like milk frothers. Milk frothers seem stupid to me. Why would you spend $100 for something that puts foam in milk? I just drink my coffee regular. That's even that is a form of reaching out into the world and saying, this is who I am. And this is what I'm sharing with anyone who wants to read it. And, it's all about acknowledgement. Humans are incredibly social people. And that's something, I'll probably go on at length about in other posts, other videos that I may make over the course of my time doing these videos, however long that may last. So I'm going to work on cultivating that empathy. And I hope that for anyone that I've flamed over the years in my social media posts, that you guys will forgive me and show some empathy for me as well, because I like to pride myself on being open-minded and being correct and accurate on things. So when something steps on my toes in any of those regards, I'm going to probably say something to defend that, to defend my turf of, you know, accuracy and fairness and empathy and inclusion and all those things that I like to think that I stand for. I'm not going to be presumptuous enough to say that's, you know, absolutely who I am at all times, but it's something that I strive for. So give empathy and receive empathy. I think that's a pretty good message. Not everything is going to be moralistic when I post this, and if it does end up being that way, it wouldn't be unlike my blog posts in the way they usually go. But this one just happened to end on that note. Feel free to listen in on some of my other videos when they post, and they hopefully won't be quite as moralistic as this one ended up being. But at any rate, wow, I've gone on for 11 minutes on this. I'm sure very few of you are still watching at this point, but if you are, have a good day after Christmas, a continued good holiday season. And from me, and where's Amir? Amir. Say hi, Amir. Well, he's being aloof right now. And from Mr. Einstein here, from all of us here in Atlanta, we wish you a continued happy holidays. Take care.